Formula One, the Mexican Grand Prix, as Lando Norris dominates such a chaotic and weird Mexico Grand Prix. I mean, that was that was a bit of a crazy race. First of all, with the turn one, the lap one first. Let's start in one by one. First one, lap one, turn one. There was four cars in the same position, four cars wide, and then Verstappen. It looked like he wanted to go to Sao Paulo or something, and then he went off the track. Leclerc went went off the track. I don't know why. When he positioned themselves he positioned himself in that corner in a perfect way, he went off the track when Lewis was going to overtake him. Max, went off the track, and yeah, it was chaos. Verstappen gave back the position, although to Hamilton, and Leclerc gave back the position to Norris because he overtook Lando off the track. It was crazy, but so yeah, but I think Leclerc should have. I don't think Max should have got a penalty for that. Yeah, he was causing a bit of chaos, but I don't think he should have got a penalty for that. However, Leclerc should have got a penalty because he overtook Lando and he got that first position. But Hamilton behind him was going to overtake him. He was going to overtake him, and then he went off the track. So I think Leclerc should have had at least a penalty, in my opinion, for that. And then there was the fight between obviously the 2021 title protagonists between Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen went off the track, overtook him, and then Lewis Hamilton, tried to went off the track, overtook him, but went off the track as well. Like it was crazy, but I think Lewis is that was Lewis's mistake. Yes, you cannot overtake. Obviously, Max is a hard defending guy, but you cannot break the rules. Like you cannot cut the chicane and then overtake someone off the track. So I think Lewis Hamilton deserved the penalty for that. However, Max Verstappen, you could also say deserved the penalty because he also did a similar thing before that. So I don't know why the FIA didn't consider doing that as well. You give a penalty to Hamilton, so you have to also do something on Verstappen's side. I don't know. Maybe because Hamilton benefited most of it, and he's in third position, so they're like he's ahead of Verstappen, so they're like, yeah, let's change it. So yeah, but like it was a crazy one. And then you've got Piastri versus Russell. Russell in the radio saying that I've got a car in my ass that is way quicker than me. He was quite upset in the radio, George Russell. He was saying like what Verstappen should give the position back because he went off the track. I mean, before the four cars wide in the turn one happened thing, Verstappen was already ahead of Russell. So I don't know why Russell was complaining that one. But Russell's radio, when he was saying, "Oh, swap places," and I've got a car in my ass, and he was having an argument with Marcos, his engineer. It was really, really, really funny. But Piastri, he overtook Antonelli in the pits, and then he overtook Russell again for the second pit stop. He overtook Antonelli again for the second time. No. He overtook Russell, and then came Antonelli. Overtook Russell because Russell promised. He wanted to challenge Berman for the third position at that time, and then they swapped places. And then Russell didn't overtake, so the promise happened, and Antonelli went past Russell. But I think Antonelli had a good race, and he was better than George in this race, in my opinion. So I don't think there should have been team orders or something like that. He was having a better race than Russell. So and yes, I understand he was defending against the McLaren, so maybe you want to help something, you protect something, but you also would prefer an experienced guy defending against the McLaren than the inexperienced guy like Antonelli. So yeah, and then Hamilton had a 10-second time penalty. He served that penalty. He finished 8th at the end. Mercedes 6th and 7th. Piastri he finished 5th, and then he was closing on Berman. Verstappen and Leclerc went for that one-stop strategy, whereas others like let's say Berman, Piastri, Antonelli, Russell also went for that two-stop strategy. And Piastri was closing on Berman before something happened, which I'm gonna get into. Verstappen was also gonna get into, was going in on Leclerc. He was gaining on him. He was going to overtake him. He was gaining, I think, 6/10 of a lap over Leclerc, and that's how strong Verstappen was towards the end on the soft tires. That he was so close to overtake Leclerc. And but good performance from Bortoletto, good performance from Ocon, double points for Haas, finishing 4th and 9th, and Behrman, what a great result for him. I mean, amazing performance. Like he had a good start to the season, and then he has had some fair of problems and difficult performances. But this one, that is for sure the best performance of his career, without a shadow of a doubt so far. And he was at some point he was going to get a podium. Bloody hell, he overtook like Hamilton when Hamilton went off the track to overtook Verstappen. He straight away overtook Verstappen. It's not like he was scared of him, because we all know Verstappen likes to protect his, the rookies like Antonelli, Bortoletto. But Behrman was not scared. He was like overtaking, and that was brilliant overtaking from Behrman on Verstappen. Quality, amazing. To go for it against a 4-time world champion like that, fantastic from Oliver Behrman. And that's how good he was. He was brave. He got the strategy right in terms of the pit stops. Haas did a very good job. Fantastic performance from Behrman. Quality performance, amazing. Verstappen, he was closing on Leclerc, and then virtual safety car came in. I don't know, like Carlos Sainz. I don't know what was he doing. I don't know what's Carlos Sainz doing. He was. And by the way, the organization of the whole Mexico Grand Prix is poor. By the way. There were some marshals that were almost gonna get killed by Liam Lawson in lap 3. I mean, I don't know what they were doing. I have no idea. Sainz, they are retiring the car, but like, yes, he parked the car in somewhere out of the track, but really, does that really deserve a safety car? That's not a safety car. I remember a similar thing happened like that in Monaco for Alonso, where he parked the car and he had to retire. I don't think they brought a safety car for that. So why this time they brought a safety car for this? I don't understand. And it's the last lap as well. It's the last lap. It's not like there's like 60 laps to go or something like that. So that was a poor decision by the FIA, and they ruined a great ending. The battle. They ruined 2 potential overtakes: Verstappen on Leclerc and Piastri on Behrman. But nevertheless, sometimes it goes your way, sometimes it doesn't, as Verstappen said in the interview. But good defending from Leclerc. He managed to hold on. Piastri, he was closing in, but he couldn't get past a Haas. For a guy that wants to win the championship, you can't struggle to get past a Haas, even though Piastri was gaining. So, but great defensive performance from great defending by Behrman, and overall great performance from Behrman, quality performance. Also, another great performance and a dream of a weekend for Lando Norris. What a performance! What a performance! Winning over 30.3 seconds. That's absolutely out of this world. Outstanding performance from Lando Norris. Dominant. He managed to get still be in first position after turn 1 and lap 1, despite all the shenanigans happened in the lap 1 with Verstappen and Leclerc. He still managed to be first position, especially the scariest turn 1 in Mexico. After that, he was super dominant, taking care of the tires, how strong he was, going faster and faster and faster, controlling the gap from him towards Leclerc and towards Verstappen, because at some point Verstappen was in second before he made the pit stop. Amazing performance. That was a near perfection performance, a near perfection weekend for Norris. Amazing performance. Qualifying, destroyed it. 3 purple sectors. In the race, absolutely destroyed it. 30 seconds, led every lap. Pole position, race win. Led every lap. It was clearly a clean sweep from Norris' side. So great win from Lando and for his championship as well, because now he is leading the championship. He is now the leader of the championship. It was Oscar Piastri for like many months. Now Lando is the leading guy. He's leading the championship over 1 point, but every point counts, right? He's leading the championship 1 point ahead of Piastri. Max Verstappen, who finished third, is now 35 points behind Oscar Piastri and 36 points behind Lando Norris. The positive side of Max is that he gained points on Oscar, but he lost 10 points against Lando Norris, which he said in the interview, and rightly so. But yeah, amazing, fantastic from Lando Norris. Brilliant drive. That was a near perfection performance from him. And obviously, he got booed after the race in the podium. He got booed. I mean, I mean, that's not a surprise, is it? When you're doing well, when you're winning races, when you're doing well like Lando is, and he's leading the championship, of course you get people who target you. You know, when those are the fans who are booing. When they support a driver and he's not first position, they'll boo whoever is in first position. So they did the same thing for Verstappen. They did the same thing for Schumacher. They did the same thing for Vettel, for Hamilton, for Verstappen, Schumacher. So it's not the first time, is it? So yeah, and like Christian Horner said before, the higher you rise, the sharper the knives. So when you're rising, the knives will be very, very sharp on you. And now that's what is happening to Lando. And I like Lando's approach. The way he answered that question in the press conference, he was saying, "Oh, they could do whatever they want. I like sour sweets." I mean, he brushed it off, and that was like brilliant response from Lando Norris. You can clearly see he's been creating a siege mentality in him, but he kept it to himself, which is correct. He's creating siege mentality. He's like, okay, you guys want me to fail? You guys think I cannot come back after being 34 points behind? Okay, watch this. You think I'm not good enough? Okay. You think I'm not going to win the championship? Okay, watch this. So, well done to Lando. Amazing. That was near perfection performance from him. Like, absolutely destroyed everybody. Like every the only thing he didn't do right this weekend was not get the fastest lap. That's it. That's it. That's how good he was. Amazing performance. And if he keeps this momentum, he should win the championship easily. Yes, he's only 1 point ahead of Piastri, and he's now leading the championship. But Piastri is not in a good moment. He did have a decent drive in Mexico, driving, recovering to P5. But let's see how Piastri is going to go in the next races. But it doesn't look good. He's not in a good state right now. Whereas Lando, he's in a very good state. He's been gaining points on Oscar every single race from Monza until Mexico. So he's in a very, very good momentum. He's in very, very good shape, Lando Norris. So brilliant performance for him. And he's now leading. Oscar Piastri was the favorite. Now Lando Norris is the favorite. He's leading the championship. He's performing better. He's in a better shape. He's in a better state of mind than Oscar Piastri. And let's not forget, people keep saying, "Oh, Lando Norris cannot go up under pressure. Oscar Piastri is the calm, is the ice man." Whereas if you look at the last races, it's the opposite. Lando's coping with the pressure of winning the championship better than Oscar, and Oscar's crumbling under pressure. I mean, Oscar after Zandvoort was having a 34-point lead over Lando Norris, and he was having a 104-point lead over Max Verstappen. Now that lead is destroyed over Lando Norris, and Max is gaining on him. He's now 35 points behind. Max is 35 points behind Oscar. So I wouldn't be surprised if Oscar finishes third, by the way, because that's how poor he's been. Like, yes, you can have poor performances like finish, but at least like finish P3, P2. But like zero podiums. Zero podiums in the last 4 races. That's not good enough. That's not good enough for a guy that wants to win the championship. You cannot like go 4 races without a podium. That's not good enough. That's not the championship winning form. So yeah. But Lando Norris, he is performing at an incredible level. He is performing amazingly well. He's doing fantastically well. Max Verstappen is performing at an incredible level. I think out of those 3, who's going to win the championship, I think it's Max Verstappen or Lando Norris. Because both, they're looking in very, very good form. But obviously, it's going to be, of course, track specific. Of course, they're going to need that car to be in a good state and to be fast. And also, they're going to need to be, let's say in Brazil, it rains, for example. They need to be better and be very good in that. So it's going to be an interesting title race. It's going to be interesting end to the season. I'm looking forward to it. 36 points separates between the top three: Oscar, Lando Norris, Oscar, Max. It's going to be a fascinating title-ending championship. For last 4 races to go, 2 sprints. I cannot wait. I'm looking forward to it. So, but brilliant performance for Lando, absolutely outstanding. That was a Lewis Hamilton, Max Verstappen-esque. The way he was dominating, the way he was crushing everybody all weekend. Amazing. And if he keeps this going, and I expect him to do it because I think he's the favorite for the championship. He should win the championship easily. So, yeah, well done to Lando Norris and congratulations to him. That's it, guys. Thank you. I wish you have a nice day. See you next time and bye.